big.
Common mistakes and solutions. And again, we've been talking a lot at you, so if you have questions at all, please let us know. But these are just kind of things that we've noticed as, again, like I said, when we're shopping, we pick at things. So too much merchandise. I think this is probably one of the biggest ones, especially in a store where you've got a large product mix. It's really difficult to be selective, to edit. And I think that's really important, is really identifying where is your focal point within a display. Do you have a bunch of items that are all the same size and they're all lined up together? Does my eye have somewhere to stop? Or is my eye continuously going around and there's nowhere really to identify and to look?
Not only that, but am I using literally, I go into places and everything is on the floor. I walk and I have a 4-foot aisle in a circle, and then I have to get out of the room because that's it. Everything is on the floor, on the tables, on the walls, on the ceiling. Something is dangling at me, and I'm kind of like, I'm afraid. I don't want to get crushed.
Every possible angle.
If you're that tightly with product, people can actually not pay attention to it. They actually don't even see your product. They're so involved in everything. They don't have the time to pick out one product and say, oh, I really, really like that. They're just overwhelmed by the sheer number of products. They're not able to pay attention to just 1 or 2 products.
And a common cause of this problem is a lot of times when we get new product in, it's a new product and I want to push it to the floor immediately. And really think about, okay, is pushing it to the floor actually going to sell the product? Is it really going to feature the product well? Or should I wait until I can rearrange some space for this product to really feature the product and really do justice to what the product is actually speaking to or selling?
And with that, having a sell-down plan in place. So when you're ordering your product in January and you're going to get it in April or March, you're planning right when you come back in January. All right, I need to start selling down my current stock of things so I'll have enough space to put all the new stuff I'm really excited about in. That's what you have to start doing. And you have to start planning that out months in advance.
And obviously the opposite of that would be too little merchandise. So again, with sell-down strategy, there's the same thing to make products look full and abundant. That's one of the things that customers will actually, when doing retail surveys, will say is if the store looks empty, they won't purchase anything. So it needs to at least look full. So again, if you only maybe have 1 or 2 up of a product left, is there a nicely, can you put some fabric over top of a box and push the product out? Or is there a way that you can really make your customer think that the product is full and abundant? That's the biggest question to ask yourself. Obviously not too full and abundant, but full enough to look like you've got product there for them to purchase.
I'm a big fan of cheap solutions, and so if you really need a lot of cheap solutions, you can look outside. Outside is free, so you can literally cut down the limb and do something with it, and suddenly is it a really dramatic display, and they're going to be caught up in the drama of it and not really see that you're low on product as much, because the accessories are filling up that space that would normally be taken with product.
Same setting up a store last year. Emily ran to her neighbor's yard and cut a branch off of the tree because we didn't have enough product. So she created this great focus on the area above the product. I don't even remember what you hung from there. Ornaments.
I was going to say, what are you talking about?
But yeah, I mean, it was really interesting because your focus automatically went up instead of, oh, there's not a lot of product.
I've been so crazy. If I see a good, I'm serious. You have to think about this, guys. I'm very, very serious right now. When you're driving down the road and you see a fallen limb from the thunderstorm that happened last night, seriously, put your brake on and be like, this is great. This is a new opportunity for me. Pick it up, put it on top of your car, and drive away. It is the best thing.
Ask your neighbors first.
Well, I did, and they love it. They love you for it. I've done it so often, and it's been great. Another, pussy willows. Ask people. Well, Peter's wife, Leanna, the other year was cutting down her pussy willow branches, and she's like, you wouldn't happen to need a few. And I'm like, a few? Give me all you have. And I used it that entire year. I even dried them and put them in arrangements. It was great, and they were all free. Tissue paper. Look up tissue paper. There are so many things you can do with tissue paper, and it is so cheap and in so many colors. It's endless. You can make medallions. You can make ice cream cone medallions for literally like cents. I get so excited about cheap things. It's unbelievable.
This is why it's fun to work with her. Then the next one is props and themes. So again, taking your 3 words, I sound like a broken record, but ensuring that your 3 words are definitely being communicated through both the props and the theme that you've chosen for your display in particular. Also, do you have something else to share?
No, I was going to say props and themes. I'm going to pass out, this is a list of accessory companies that I deal with, that I like, either because they have really neat product that no one else has, or they have really cheap product that everyone has, but they have a good price point. So 2 things from that list. I know usually after every dealer conference I get a lot of questions afterwards about where do you guys get your accessories, yada yada yada. That would be your answer. Usually that list is pretty current as far as who I've dealt with and who I've really liked. I cut off people I don't like.
Signage is extremely important. If there's a display that isn't very well communicated, you've automatically lost your customer's attention. So a general rule of thumb for every 3 feet, you need at least a 4x6 sign. So if you've got a shelving unit that is 3 feet tall, you need at least 1 4x6 sign. And I err on the side of over signage, over putting way too much signage on things. If you walk to Starbucks, I frequent Starbucks daily, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. If you walk in there and look at their signage, it's unheard of. And what's interesting is I don't think that's something that you would necessarily notice, unless now you'll notice because you'll go in and look for it. But literally every shelving unit, they have a sign. And it tells you exactly what the product is. And sometimes it's just a theme, like this product, or this shelf, all the proceeds from the shelf are going towards getting clean water in Africa, those kind of things. But again, it's just making sure that your signage is communicating either something that is an ethic that your company is supportive of, or something about your company itself. A lot of times, especially in giftware stores, we see a lot of vendor signage, like a lot of vendor signage, to the point where I forget what store I'm in.
This would be true except for peak run Dunn product.
Yeah, sorry.
We should keep their signage.
Keep their signage up, but anywhere else.
don't do this for me.
No, but just honestly be careful. Look around and see how many different types of signage do I have in the store, and maybe not necessarily taking their signage down, but putting your signage above it or around it in a way that really communicates your name first.
One true thing would be a lot of vendors will do this. You can talk with Peter if you want him to do this. I'm not sure he will. They will put your name in front. So they'll say, goats on a roof, bringing you Key Graham Dunn. So that you're associated with it.
Or Key Graham Dunn exclusively for blah, blah,
goats on the roof. Yeah. It's the idea that you're closely tied in with each other. And that you can't just go anywhere for this product. You have to come here. So if you like it, don't go to my nearest competitor. Come here. Don't go to the internet. Come here. It's that type of come here again. It's just kind of a repetitive action saying come back here, come back here. And if you say it often enough, it does work. Another thing I would say is signage can really be helpful. If you get a lot of questions about things, if you're getting a question constantly about your great new jewelry line, what is it made out of? What kind of stainless steel is it out of, or what kind of silver, gold, that kind of stuff? Put signage up. That way it helps your employees not have to answer those questions. The customers can actually answer their own questions without having to go to an employee right away. It saves you a lot of time and soft costs and employee time and effort. Okay.
Are there any questions that we can answer for you? Sure, I can.
A lot of things we just browsed over because we were really afraid we were going to go over in time. And I think we got so freaked out, we actually went over time. So if there was something we just quickly went past and you had questions about, feel free. This is a very laid-back seminar, especially for you guys in the plush couches. Yeah. Well, his question is, he sees men come into his shop, they stop about 4 feet in the door. Men, yeah, just men. And then gaze around the store. One thing to remember is women do shop differently than men. You'll notice women pick up things, stroke things, smell things, a lot more than you've seen men do it. Men are kind of more, what can get me out of here fastest? What am I looking